This is Conan Exiles. Now, this game is been trending like crazy. Like, it's #1 on Twitch at the moment. It has over 50,000 concurrent players. Like, there's so much hype that was built around this game. But the question that everybody has is this game worth the buy? Is this game worth the $29.99 that it's priced as? Is it worth that price? Now, today I'm gonna hopefully answer that question for you guys, and this is just going to be a Conan Exiles before you buy type of thing. It's not going to be a full review because this game is actually in early access, so it is not a finished product yet. So it would be kind of be stupid to do a review, you know, because as time goes along, the game's obviously going to get updates and change gameplay wise. So without further ado, let's hop right into it. So in case you don't know what this game is, this is a very new survival game that came out last week, and it is very unique, and it's like we haven't really seen anything like this before. It is pretty much a Roman it's just a Roman survival game. It takes place during Roman time. That's something we have never seen before, and there's just so much lore and all like the Roman gods and all that stuff that goes into the story. That's why people are so interested with this game. And I guess you can the only game you can really compare it to that has this sort of gameplay style is like the game Reign of Kings. That's like more medieval though, not Roman, but that game died off, and it got taken over by hackers and cheaters and stuff. But this game is just it's really unique. It is really cool. Again, we haven't seen anything like this, and the way that they did it as an early access title, like, this game is really polished and really well made. Like, they really spent their time doing it. The developers are pushing out updates, but there are some flaws with this game. A lot of flaws, I'll tell you that. But there's going to be a lot of flaws because it is, again, in early access. But yeah, that's what we're going to talk about in today's video. So I guess first we'll talk about gameplay-wise and what's in store for you. And then we'll go into more of the topics of just, straight out pros and cons, things I like, things I don't like. And then we'll just sum it up on the end. And just letting you guys know that obviously this is background gameplay. You can, if you haven't noticed it already, it's just some gameplay of me building one of my houses and stuff. Alright, let's talk about gameplay. So this game is very similar to the game ARK Survival Evolved. Now, in this game, it's a little bit different because there is it's easier, I would say, than ARK, just because you already start off with a bunch of crafting abilities. So basically, this is how it works. So say if you just spawn in, and basically you spawn in after you create your character and stuff. Simply, you just want to start around. You can pick up sticks by hitting E, and you can pick up rocks to get rock, and then you go to plants, you get fiber. It's like kind of self-explanatory, but that's kind of like how ARK is. And then when you level up, there's a little XP bar at the top, and you again level up by just gathering stuff, killing different monsters, and all that stuff. And you can actually level up, and you get a point to level up different abilities. So you have like your strength, your encumbrance, agility, etc. And you can level that every time. You can level it up once every time you level up. So if you upgrade agility, you'll also get points to unlock engrams, crafting engrams. So every time you level up, you'll have a couple of points to spend on just different things. Like, you can get a campfire, you can get building supplies, you can get workbench, all that stuff. And it's just really simple, really self-explanatory. That's one thing that I really liked about ARK. And they actually improved on it. Like, the thing that was flawed about ARK is the leveling system went up to level 100. And the thing about that is, a lot of the stuff, you have to grind for in ARK to just get all the crafting abilities. But in this game, it's a little bit more easier because all this stuff comes in like groups. So if you discover a sword, you'll also discover the shield and etc. So it's a lot easier, especially on new players. And the discovering thing only goes up, I believe, to level 30, 35, 40, something like that. So it's definitely a lot lower than ARK is, and I really like it. So they pretty much just took ARK system and improved on it, and I just really like it. So to compare this to any game, I would say it's like an ARK, but with Roman. Like, it's just a Roman ARK Survival Evolved. And if you're an ARK fan, like, you are gonna pick up on this game really easily, and it's just been so easy me picking up this game. But anyways, the combat. Now we'll talk about a little bit about the PvP and all that stuff and base building. So let's talk about base building first. So the base building is pretty easy, just like in ARK. It's very free. Everything's kind of like locked on a grid though. So when you place like a foundation down, you can just snap other foundations to that, and it's very simple. As as soon as you level up more, you can unlock different materials to build with. Like you first start off with sandstone, then you move up to, I guess, like a more, I think you move up to stone next, and etc., etc. You can all the way get up to metal. And there's also like explosives and stuff you can get to raid other people's bases. There's actually a glitch that happened in the first week of the game, which kind of annoys some people, where you can raid bases super easily. Like you can raid other bases with the same tier. So like, say if I'm a new spawn and I create a stone pickaxe, you can just go and raid and like a sandstone building. Like, it was so easy. It was crazy. But they fixed that now. But anyways, the base building is pretty easy, pretty cool as well. It's nice and simple, and it has that nice Roman feel to it. It's really cool. And PvP. So the combat is really cool in this game. It's a little buggy at the moment. I mean, it is an early access game, but it is really cool. When you're like jumping, you can basically side strafe with your character. If you hit shift and then whatever direction, you can actually dodge attacks. And basically in this game, you can hold up a sword or whatever you want. You can also hold like a shield in your hand, which is really cool. The shields don't really work at the moment. They're really buggy. That is one complaint that I have. But besides that, the PvP is really cool, and you can go first person, third person, and it's just really cool. It's just gonna work better in the future, I think. But overall, it's really good PvP system that they have. Now we're going to get into some more of the pros and cons section. I kind of summed up the game a little bit, hopefully give you a little idea. The game, so like overall though, I'm going to say this game is really solid. Like, it's very polished for an early access game, and it is really fun. I do recommend playing on a community server though, not an official server, because currently I feel like leveling up is really slow in this game. It takes ages just to get a base going and getting all the supplies you need. So I recommend playing on like a 3-time server, 3 times gathering, as well as leveling up and all that stuff. It just makes life so much easier, and so you can like hop right into the action. You don't have to keep waiting, and you have to just grind out levels. You don't want it to be like a grind. That is one thing I didn't like from ARK. That's why I always played on like community servers, you know. So I always recommend the community servers. So one pro that I want to give for this game is that I really like the Roman feel to it. Again, it is a unique game. We haven't seen something like this before, and it's just very refreshing, very new, and it just has this awesome feeling. There's so much lore and story behind this game as well. This is one of like the only survival games that actually has like a story or a main quest to it, and it's just really cool. They actually have NPCs throughout the world too, and it's just really, really interesting. Like, I really just want to go. I'm probably gonna hide on my game after this and just dive back into the lore, and you can explore. There's just tons of things, you know, still unanswered, and it's just really awesome to see that. I think we're going to start getting into the cons now, because I covered most of the pros about this game and stuff like that. So the cons, okay, the number one main thing that everybody is upset about right now, they're working on a fix for it, but it is the lag in the game. Now, the lag and the rubber banding and just the network in this game is absolutely horrible. I would give it like a 2 out of 10. It is like you're playing on a 7-Eleven internet. It is so bad. It doesn't even matter what kind of server you are. It's not like everybody has it. It's not like my internet or your internet or somebody like that. It's just the game's fault. I don't know what's causing it, but it's making everybody lag, and it's just so unenjoyable to play. That's why I'm kind of taking a little break from that. They're working on a fix for this, but right now the game is almost unplayable with that. That's why I've been playing like single player, because it's bearable. Like, you know, I'll just learn everything on single player, but that is just so difficult, and it's just annoying, and that's something they really need to fix. Another thing, I mentioned this a little bit before, but I just feel like leveling up is really slow in this game. They need to adjust the stats and stuff a little bit on this. And I also think that the animal spawn rate needs to be turned down a little bit, or some of the predator spawn rates, at least like the monsters. Like, when you first start off in this game, it is really annoying to get started, because there are so many alligators, so many weird, what's it called? Mountain lion things. I forget their name. Cougars? No, not cougars. I don't know. I forgot the name. Hyenas. Those are what they are. There's so many that spawn in, like, you know, when you first step foot into the world. There's just so many different monsters and creatures that kill you right off the start. It doesn't make it fun. It really does not. But besides that, for the most part, this game is pretty solid. I really like what they're doing with the game. There's just, again, a lot of bugs because it's in early access. But once they fix that up, I really recommend you guys check this game out because it's not only like PvP too. There's also like you can play a PvE server, and I'm probably gonna hop on that because I want to really explore the lore about the game, and that's definitely a great way to do it and start a whole village with a bunch of NPCs and stuff. It is a very unique game, and I recommend you guys trying it out. But here's the thing, I don't recommend playing it solo though. I recommend definitely playing with friends, just because that's what the survival game is all about. Like playing like a survival game by yourself, that's for every game. You need to play it with friends in order to get your money's worth, because it's just so much fun with friends. It's so unscripted and it's just hilarious. So that's about it, guys. I hope you all enjoyed the video. Hopefully this helped you out a little bit on whether or not you're gonna buy it. If you guys do end up getting it, be sure to tweet me out on Twitter. I'm probably going to be hosting a server on it pretty soon. Server is actually really easy to host. There's already mod support and controller support for this game, by the way. I forgot to mention that. But if you guys do end up getting it, be sure to tweet at me, and I'll definitely hit you up if you guys want to play. But anyways, hope you all enjoyed the video. If you guys did, be sure to leave a like, subscribe for more gameplay. Probably going to be doing some more Conan Exile videos in the future. But besides that, see you guys later. Peace.